Hi, welcome to our notes where we are going to be graphing linear functions. We're going to be graphing mostly from slope-intercept form. Do me a favor, pause the video, snag yourself a ruler, okay? Small one if you have one, but any kind of ruler or straight edge, okay? These small ones, they're so Gucci. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We have slope-intercept form where that is y equals mx plus b. M is often referred to as slope, especially when we're talking with linear functions. B is your y-intercept. And as I do these notes today, I'll be talking about how they are also known as the starting point. We're going to graph equations using these two pieces of information for most of them. Using this quick graphing method, the following are the steps. The first thing that we're going to, unless you're told otherwise, make sure the equation is in slope-intercept form. And then the other thing that I'm going to require that you do is list your M and B, okay? We're going to use that for graphing. The next thing that I'm going to review is your slope movement. So you need to know your different slope movements. There are 4, positive, negative, 0, undefined, okay? I'm sure you're familiar with positive, negative, 0, and undefined may or may not be new. So for a positive slope, what we're going to be doing is once you plot your point, okay, you are going to go up and to the right. Those are positive movements. Okay, up is positive, right is positive, and then you would plot your next point. Now remember, you can also go down and to the left. Now down and to the left are also, they're both negative movements, but negative divided by negative, it does become positive. Okay, so those are your two options for a positive slope movement. Your next one is negative. For negative, if you go up, that's positive, but then if you go left, that one's negative. So negative and a positive, it remains a negative movement. The other option is to go down, which is negative, and then to the right, which is positive. But again, as soon as you're going down, that's a negative movement, times a positive, it remains negative. Okay? 0, you're going to find what y is equal to. Okay? So you're going to look for the x variables missing. It's just what and when y is by itself. You're going to plot that on your y-axis. And then you're going to draw a line that goes through the y-axis. Then your last slope movement is undefined. Undefined is when the only variable there is x. There's no y variable, so it's just when x equals one number. You're going to find where that one number is on the x-axis and draw a line that goes through the x-axis. What I want you to realize is this vertical line, this is considered not a function. Next, you're going to plot your starting point. Which is B. Sometimes it's a given point, and we'll have an example of that today. From the point, we're going to use our slope movement that I just reviewed. Okay, that is your rise over your run, how much you go up or down and then over to plot 2 more points. So I would like for a total of 3 points, and then you would connect your dots. Sometimes the points are too far apart and you can only do 2. Okay, but again, I'd like at least 3 if possible. So again, once you plot those points, you're going to connect the dots and extend the lines through the coordinate plane. Using a straight edge. So again, this is your straight edge, a ruler. Okay, pause the video if you don't have everything copied down. If you do, let's go ahead and turn the page. So we'll go ahead and get started with some of these. Our first example, this one is not in slope-intercept form, so that's our first step, is to put it into slope-intercept form. So a reminder to do that, we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. Careful you don't write too big. Negative 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. We're going to divide by negative 2. We have y is equal to positive 3/2 x minus 4. Okay. And then somewhere next to it, we're going to list our slope. M is 3/2. And B is negative 4. Okay, I will take it either way, written like this or as an ordered pair. Okay. Next, we're going to plot our points. So it's negative 4 on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I notice my slope is positive. So this is a positive slope movement. That means I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and then right 2. Now I can continue this and do this again, 1, 2, 3, and then right 2. And I have my 3 points. Remember, the other option is if you're at your starting point, you can do a negative and a negative movement because that divides to be positive. So what I mean by that is you could go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right and left 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then once you have that, use that straight edge. Draw your line, have it extend through that coordinate plane. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and we'll try B. So for B, same thing, we're going to put it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I get 5y is equal to negative 2x minus 10. Divide by 5, divided by 5. I have y equals negative 2/5. Can't simplify anything there. And then minus 2. You know what, do me a favor. Let's box these in so it's easy to read with all of this work right here. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to list our slope, which is negative 2/5, and B, which is negative 2. So let's go ahead and oh, you know what? I did make a mistake. I was looking at my answer key. This is a positive 10, so this is a positive 2. So I apologize. So luckily I caught this before it was too late. So let's go ahead and plot this positive 2 on the y-axis. My slope movement this time is negative, so I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, and then right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I can do that again, go down 2, and then right 5. That's 3 points for my negative slope movement. The other option is you go back to your starting point and you go up to left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so make sure you have 3 points. So remember, up and negative, that when you divide does remain a negative movement. So there we go. C, we'll subtract 6x from both sides. When we do that, we have 2y is equal to negative 6x plus 16. I'm taking better care of my signage here. Then we're going to go ahead and divide by 2. So I have y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. Slope for this one, it's negative 3, but I'm going to write it as a fraction. So it's negative 3 over 1, and then b is positive 8. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with 8 on my y-axis, and on this one I cannot go up because I'm running out of room. So this is an example where the only option I have is to go down. So I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3. That's my negative movement, then right 1. I'm going to do that again, down 1, 2, 3, and then right 1. And those are my 3 points. I'm happy with those. And then let's go ahead and connect our points. There you have it. So D, E, F, this will be the next time I see you in class. We'll wrap those up, and then we'll be talking about the zero and undefined slopes. Let's go ahead. We're going to graph by intercept. So we'll go ahead and do G. So graphing by intercepts, remember that we're going to be looking for x-intercepts and y-intercepts. So x-intercepts when y is 0, y-intercepts when x is 0. So I don't know why I circled G, but we are doing G together. So I'm going to go ahead and start solving for my x-intercept. For my x-intercept, I'm going to put 0 in for y. And then I can go ahead and divide everything by -1. And I have x equals -12. The intercept, you're going to write this as an ordered pair, is -12, 0. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for the y-intercept, where I'm going to put 0 in for x. So I have 3y minus 0 equals 12. 3y equals 12. Y equals 4. And then I have the point 0, 4. And that's what we're going to plot right now on this coordinate plane and draw a line through those 2 points. So -12, uh-oh, that one goes off. So we'll put it right over here. I try not to do that too much, but every once in a while it does happen. And then 0, 4. And then same thing, draw your line through those points. We'll do H together next time I see you, okay? And then on our very last page, we don't have a lot. I just didn't have enough room to fill it into 2 pages, so unfortunately it turned into 3. This is an example where you're just giving a point and then the slope, and then you have to create the line with whatever given information you have. So I can plot the point 3, 4. So I'm going to find 3 and then 4. Okay, so I plot that point, and then my slope here is -1/2. This one's a negative slope, so that means I can go down 1, right 2. The other option is to go up 1, left 2. Okay, and so I also notice that my line is a negative slope line. And then we'll do excuse me, I'm so sorry, J, next time I see you in class, okay? And that's it for these notes.